That leather jacket in your closet, it's your ticket to bad boy cool. But after 40, that edge has to be sharper, more intentional. Every fall, men channel their inner McQueen, Brando, or even Keanu Reeves icons who prove rebellion works best when it's timeless and confident. Today, I'm breaking down 6 fall outfits that nail that bad boy energy. Bold, polished, and effortless. The Refined Rebel. First up is what I call the Refined Rebel. This is for the guy who needs to project authority while maintaining that edge that's always been part of his identity. The foundation is dark indigo jeans, not the distressed faded pairs from your 30s. Clean, dark denim with minimal detailing. The fit should follow your natural leg line without clinging too tight. At our age, comfort matters, but so does proportion. Pair this with a charcoal cashmere sweater, something with real presence, not a flimsy layer. The texture creates depth, while the dark tone keeps things masculine and grounded. Now for the rebel element, a leather jacket in deep cognac brown. This is where most guys go wrong. They reach for the black moto jacket with excessive hardware, and suddenly they look like they're trying too hard. The cognac leather brings warmth and sophistication while still maintaining that edge. The jacket should fit perfectly across the shoulders. No excess fabric, no pulling. The sleeves should hit right at your wrist bone, and the length should just cover your belt. Too short looks juvenile, too long looks sloppy. Finish with Chelsea boots in matching brown leather. The sleek silhouette balances the substantial top half, creating a cohesive look that works from client meetings to dinner dates. Here's why this works after 40. The monochromatic base creates a streamlined silhouette that flatters any body type. The quality materials signal success without flashiness. And the leather jacket adds character without screaming for attention. I had a client, successful construction company owner, who wore this exact combination to an industry event. He told me later that 3 different people asked who his stylist was. This from a guy who'd never given much thought to his appearance before. That's the power of getting these combinations right. Next up is what I call the Luxe utility player. This look takes workwear elements and elevates them through quality and fit, perfect for weekends or casual Fridays. Start with a heavyweight flannel shirt and a subtle plaid. Forget the bright lumberjack patterns. We're talking muted tones like olive, navy, and burgundy that complement your complexion rather than compete with it. The fabric should have substance. It should feel like it could actually protect you from something. Layer this over a simple Henley in a complementary solid color. The Henley adds texture and warmth without bulk, and that button placket frames your face better than a basic tee. For pants, opt for selvage denim in a straight or slight taper cut. The subtle red line on the cuff when rolled is a quiet signal to those who know you understand quality without needing to broadcast it. Now for footwear, rugged leather boots with a Goodyear welt. These aren't the clunky work boots of your youth. They're refined interpretations with cleaner lines and better proportions. Think Oak Street Bootmakers or Red Wing Heritage, substantial without being chunky. The final touch? A waxed canvas field jacket in olive or tan. It adds utility, weather resistance, and sophistication, plus it only gets better with age. Why this works for our demographic. It honors traditionally masculine elements without looking like a costume. The quality materials and thoughtful fit elevate what could be basic pieces into a cohesive statement. And most importantly, it feels easy to wear, but never lazy. I remember a tech executive client who adopted this look for his company's off-site retreat. He told me later that the CEO, 20 years his junior, asked where he got his outfit. Not individual pieces, but the entire combination. That's when you know you've nailed it. The modern minimalist. The third look is for the guy who appreciates clean lines and understated luxury. The modern minimalist. This combination starts with a lightweight merino turtleneck in charcoal or navy. The streamlined silhouette immediately elevates your presence, while the soft texture adds approachability. The key is finding the right weight, not so thin that it clings to every imperfection, not so thick that it adds visual bulk. Pair this with tailored wool trousers in a complementary dark tone. The slight texture difference between the smooth turtleneck and the wool trousers creates visual interest without relying on patterns or bright colors. For outerwear, a minimalist top coat in camel or light gray. This unexpected color choice against the dark base creates a sophisticated contrast that looks intentional and confident. The coat should have clean lines, minimal detailing, and hit just above the knee. Any longer feels dated, any shorter looks trendy rather than timeless. Complete the look with leather Chelsea boots in dark brown or black. The sleek profile works perfectly with the tailored trousers, creating an uninterrupted line from waist to floor. The bad boy element here isn't in any single piece, it's in the confidence of the combination. It's unexpected without being flashy, sophisticated without being stuffy. It says you understand the rules well enough to bend them slightly. This look works particularly well for men with salt and pepper or gray hair. The contrast between the hair and the dark turtleneck creates a striking frame for your face, drawing attention to your eyes and expression rather than any signs of aging. A financial advisor client of mine switched to this look for client meetings and reported an immediate difference in how he was perceived. "I'm saying the same things I've always said," he told me, "but now people actually listen." That's the power of visual authority. The Textured Commander. Fourth on our list is the Textured Commander, a combination that uses subtle pattern and texture to create depth and interest without sacrificing masculinity. The foundation is a tweed sport coat in a muted herringbone pattern, not the boxy elbow-patched professor style, but a modern cut with natural shoulders and a slightly nipped waist. The texture immediately adds character, while the pattern remains subtle enough for versatility. Underneath, a solid knit polo in burgundy, forest green, or navy. The knit texture adds dimension while the polo collar frames your face better than a crew neck. This isn't your golf course polo, it's a substantial structured piece that holds its shape throughout the day. Pair with dark denim or flannel trousers, depending on the occasion. Either way, the bottom half should be solid and understated, allowing the textured top half to take center stage. Footwear should be substantial but refined. Think suede Chuka boots or burnished leather brogues. The slight texture echoes the tweed while the silhouette keeps things modern. The final touch? A pocket square in a solid color that echoes the tweed, a subtle signal of refinement. Why this works for men over 40. The textures add visual interest without relying on loud patterns or trendy cuts. The combination projects authority and experience. Qualities that should be embraced rather than hidden at this stage of life, and the overall effect is masculine without being aggressively so. I had a recently divorced client who adopted this look for getting back into dating. His feedback? "For the first time in my life, women are approaching me. The right clothes don't just change how others see you, they change how you carry yourself." The rugged Sophisticate. Now for outfit number 5. The one that consistently gets my clients the most positive attention. I call it the rugged Sophisticate. This combination starts with a chambray or denim shirt in a medium wash. The fabric should have some weight to it with a slight texture that catches the light. The fit should be comfortable but not baggy, with enough room to move without excess fabric. Layer this under a shawl collar cardigan in a substantial knit, think chunky merino wool or a cotton wool blend in charcoal, navy, or oatmeal. The shawl collar frames your face, while the substantial knit adds masculine texture. For pants, dark olive or burgundy chinos create an unexpected color combination that looks intentional without being flashy. The cut should be straight through the hip and thigh with a slight taper to the ankle, clean lines that flatter without calling attention to themselves. Footwear is crucial here. Suede desert boots or chukkas in tan or snuff brown. The suede texture adds another dimension, while the casual silhouette keeps the look approachable. The final element, and what truly makes this a bad boy look, is a quality leather belt with a subtle but substantial buckle. Not some oversized rodeo thing, but a well-crafted piece that signals attention to detail. Why does this combination work so well? It balances rugged and refined elements in a way that looks effortless. The textures create visual interest while the colors remain grounded and masculine, and most importantly, it's relaxed but still sharp, a crucial distinction for men our age. A corporate lawyer client wore this to a weekend fundraiser and reported that 3 different people, including his ex-wife, asked if he'd lost weight. He hadn't. The balanced proportions of this outfit naturally created a more flattering silhouette than the baggy khakis and oversized button-downs he used to rely on. The elevated workwear. Next up is the elevated workwear, a combination that takes rugged elements and refines them through quality and fit. Start with a heavyweight Henley in a rich, saturated color like burgundy, forest green, or deep indigo. The substantial fabric creates structure, while the button placket adds visual interest near your face. Layer with a quilted vest in a complementary neutral tone, navy, olive, or charcoal. Not some puffy, logo-covered monstrosity, but a slim-fitting piece with clean lines and minimal branding. The vest adds warmth without bulk and creates a frame for your torso that's flattering for most body types. For pants, selvedge denim in a straight cut works perfectly. The substantial fabric complements the heavyweight Henley, while the clean lines keep things modern rather than workmanlike. Footwear should be substantial but not clunky. Think mock-toe boots or rugged brogues in a rich brown leather. The slight shine of well-maintained leather elevates what could otherwise be too casual. Complete the look with a waxed canvas or barn jacket in a complementary neutral. The structured shoulders and defined waist create a masculine silhouette, while the rugged material adds character without trying too hard. This combination works because it honors traditionally masculine elements without veering into costume territory. The quality materials and thoughtful fit elevate what could be basic pieces into a cohesive statement. And most importantly, it's comfortable without looking like you've given up. A tech executive client adopted this look for casual Fridays and weekend events. His feedback? I finally feel like myself again. That's the ultimate goal. Not to create some artificial persona, but to express your authentic self through thoughtful choices. Putting it all together. Now, how do you make these outfits work for you? Start with your body type. Carrying extra weight? The textured Commander's structured sport coat creates a stronger silhouette. Slim build, the rugged Sophisticate adds visual heft without bulk. Next, think about coloring. Gray hair and fair skin? The modern Minimalist's high contrast makes you stand out. Darker complexion? The Luxe utility player's rich tones will elevate you. And lifestyle matters. Corporate environment? The refined Rebel transitions easily from office to evening. More casual? The elevated workwear gives you structure without stiffness. I've seen these transformations firsthand. The divorced dad who suddenly starts getting compliments from his teenage kids. The executive who finds himself being approached at industry events rather than having to initiate every conversation. The entrepreneur who closes deals more easily because he looks like someone who deserves to be taken seriously. Which of these looks resonates most with you? Drop a comment and let me know which one you'll try this fall. And remember, confidence never goes out of fashion.